Good morning. I'm still in my bed, but as I was laying here, I wanted to talk about words and how they are spells, and how when we come into spirituality, we um, start to try to over explain or over analyze things, or really we get too much into detail. We try to, like I said, overdo things. And one of the things that we try to overdo is the explanation of why we choose to speak the way that we speak. Some people will argue that certain words are spells, depending on how they're spelled, depending on the letters that are used or not used, the sounds that are used or not used, and the etymology or the breakdown of a particular word, like where does the word come from, what does it mean in Latin, all of these different kinds of things. And while all of that is great and intellectual and it all has its place, when it comes down to understanding why we use certain language and why we don't use other language, it's very simple. Just come from an understanding that all words that come out of your mouth are spells. That's first and foremost. There's not any there's not any word that is not a spell. There's not any word that is not attached to a certain energy. All words, every sound that comes out of your mouth is a spell. Now, once we understand that, then we can understand some spells are positive, some are negative, some are good, some are bad. Some are evil, some are whatever the opposite of evil is. And same goes for thoughts. All thoughts are manifestations. Some are manifestations of God and some are manifestations of the devil. It all depends on intention. So, I don't know if I opened up this video saying good morning, but I was thinking about it and I was like, that'd be a fitting way to start this video. And the reason for that is, good morning. Actually, some people will make the argument, why are you focused on mourning? Mourning means to grieve the death of others. Mourning means to be in a sad and empty space. Why are you using your words in a way to suggest that getting up, waking up for a new day is a sad occasion or is a reason to be in a state of sadness? Well, if you really look at where that word, because all words are made up, we make up words. Some words have just been made up so long ago that we've lost the context for them. But words are made up in context. They're made up for specific reasons to fill specific needs at a very specific time. And so when we understand that, we can trace mourning back to maybe it happened during a time where there was a pandemic and people were getting sick, and to wake up the next day meant that maybe your family died that night, like your wife or your husband or your children, Maybe they died the night before because everybody was dying. And so you wake up in the morning and you're alive, but you're in mourning. So good morning. It's actually a comforting thing if we look at it from that context. And so maybe instead of choosing not to say certain words, we should just be more mindful of why we're saying them. And before I go, I want to kind of talk about maybe practicing not speaking at all. Could open up a new avenue for us, can open up a new understanding for us, could help us feel each other. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day. And until next time, be well.